Hello and welcome to episode 5, I think, of Involuntary Twitching for Donkey Kong Country 3. I am your host, Chad McCanna, and if you haven't joined us before, we're playing through this 1996 classic from Rare, published by Nintendo, obviously. This is one that a lot of people who are even familiar with the Super Nintendo library, but are only casually interested in the Donkey Kong Country series have overlooked, because this game actually came out in November of '96, which was a few months after the Nintendo 64 debuted earlier that year in September in North America. So this was a great game, but on the old hardware, and a lot of people tragically overlooked it. By the way, before I really dig in, this series is being brought to you by DK Vine's Patreon, which you can check out at dkvine.com/Patreon or patreon.com/dkvine. Give us a look. We are able to bring this and other content to you guys thanks to our donations. It helped us get things like the Retron and the Elgato capture device that I'm using to run this very stream. But yes, when we last left off, we finished the harrowing adventure that was Razor Ridge. Can't believe I only got through one world in that stream. And we're moving on to KAOS Kore, which, if we hadn't already raised Krematoa, thanks to Blunderbear's clues, we would think that this is the end game of the game. So starting with Conveyor Rope Clash, I have a suspicion that this stage is going to be nowhere near as difficult as... interesting to see Bristles having a kind of a new mechanic there. Usually they would introduce an entirely new baddie for that, so it's nice to see them repurposing. I didn't think that Razor Ridge would be as difficult as it was, and I think that really those worlds kind of should be swapped in their position, but due to the archetypes they were using in Razor Ridge, it obviously made more sense for it to not be the final world. You know, you want a lot of castles, you want these callbacks to jungles from earlier in the series that, oh no, okay, this is not going to bode well. Alright, so I think it would probably be safest for me to just kill myself. I am using the, and there's a bonus, I am using the the toughest TUFST code that you can enter into the file select screen by hitting LRR, LRR, LR, LR, and what that does is give us the opportunity to get 105% in the game, which is the highest of any DKC title, but you earn that, and then some, because in addition to just beating the game 103%, it requires you to do so without the use of continue barrels and decay barrels. So basically, we have 2 Kongs for every level, and what we do with them is is up to us. And oftentimes in these games, in Part 2 and 3, you are required to use team-up moves to throw first Diddy and Dixie, and now Dixie and Kitty into otherwise unreachable areas, and with Kitty Kong even break the floors. So yeah, if you don't have both Kongs at key points in the game, you essentially run the risk of missing out on everything. And I don't want to get all the way to the end of a stage and not have DK barrels and not have continues and realize that I need both Kongs. So if it happens in the first half of most stages, generally I will just kill myself. Ooh, that was an extremely risky move. I shouldn't have done that. Thankfully, we can kind of tell where the halfway mark is because the Kong letters are still intact. And they tend to betray that. You know, once we hit the N, we know we are moving in the right direction. Now, why is this barrel here? Ah, Booty Bird. Can we jump on the Booty Bird? Okay. So now we need to keep our eyes out for bonus level number 2 and coin, of course. Okay, I think that Kitty has a longer throw because he does it underhanded. Such an underhanded gorilla. And that didn't even work. Okay. There we go. Now I jumped at the end there instead of going under. Now this one, your instinct might be to do what I just did there, but that's actually, it's much more effective to jump upward and try and use the movement of the conveyor ropes to get you where you need to go, as opposed to trying to do it yourself, because you'll use up way too much time. They're just too fast. So it forces you into the mechanic. By the way, so far in the chat, we've got Scrap69, Say, aka Kev from Rare and Friends, No Name 9999999, and Nick Prohl, aka Spuzzwick. Now this bit right there, not too difficult on the surface, but it's because you have to, because the camera is moving back and forth. That's kind of the main thing that makes it really tough for me anyway. Now, I don't want to miss the coin, so I'm paying close attention even though I'm reloading those bristles. He's got to be around here somewhere. Alright, and this rope looks like it's going pretty quickly. Oh no. It's that camera. It totally got me. Hopefully we don't need... Well, I think all there was an invisible one-up balloon down there. Damn. Okay. Alright, switching back to Dixie. Let's see if we can just plow through this. My cat Murray is helping out with the stream this morning. What is it, buddy? This is, I think he started doing exactly this in last week's stream. This is right around the time when I'm talking just long enough without paying attention to him for him to get kind of anxious. Oh, come on. No, I didn't want to even do that. Murray. So you'll see me do a lot of things like just run off the cliffs when I could, you know, be actually doing slightly interesting things to bide my time while I'm in a bonus room like that. Time is of the essence. Since I'm trying to get 105%, not only do I need to do it without DK barrels and continue barrels, but I believe the time limit is 5 hours. And you'll see where that comes into play later. So, like Razor Ridge, I should probably shut up a bit and get to at least the point at which I ended last time. Oh my god, Murray, what is it? Sorry about that. Good god, that one is just brutal. Come on. Yeah, so Scraps, yes, the time counts when you die, but every second counts. So, for example, I would rather kill myself in a bonus room than let the timer tick down. Can someone, by the way, I might need to reach out for Twitch's help on this. I'm not sure where the coin is in this stage. Do I need both Kongs to get it? Can someone confirm that for me? That would be a big help. Normally I would, you know, if I were playing this not live, I would pause the game and check myself, but I don't quite have that luxury, so I don't consider it cheating too much. I'm just taking advantage of the platform. Yeah, I should play this more as if I were Kiddy Kong, even though I have Dixie. I'm trying to speed up my progress by using the ponytail twirl, when really I should just be using it to get myself out of trouble. Alright. Got the N. Ah, Chris Alcock has showed up. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, well, thankfully, so yeah, Chris has pointed out that I am running out of lives, but thankfully, shit. Sorry. Oh, there's that bonus level. Thankfully, I do need to show the game over screen at some point, and I haven't completed any stages without saving yet, so really, well, I guess I beat these 2 bonus levels, so yeah, I guess I don't want to dip too low, do I? Oh, come on. Well, that might be beyond my abilities. Jordan Stream has showed up to the stream as well. We're off to a great start, folks. Alright, back to Dixie. Yes, my cat's fine. He's just needy. I checked his food and water this morning before I started streaming. Everything is fine. Janelle is still asleep, and I'm talking, so that means I'm available to lavish him with attention. I think that's how his mental calculations go. Look at that stone thing in the background. Wonder what that's meant to be. Almost looks a little bit like the Alien 8 alien, but it's just off enough that I don't think it's a direct reference. All right, a little more careful. Maybe I just needed to get the rust off, but famous last words. I do have to commend this game for introducing yet another type of jungle into the series, just as DKC2 did, and making it completely kind of stylistically distinct from the first 2. It doesn't even make use of a lot of greens, really. Oh, well, that wasn't my intent. Oh god, I need to really look at the direction those are going. Same point, damn it. This is terrible. This is absolutely awful. Oh, he respawned up there. That could have been nasty. Sorry, I'm not talking as much. I'm trying to focus. Something I had to do last week to the chagrin of one of our forum posters. I can't recall who, but it's sort of a necessary evil as the game's difficulty increases. Yeah, so the current 2 frontrunners for the game that I should Twitch after this are Banjo-Tooie and DK64. Obviously, I'm a much bigger fan of Tooie than DK64, so I hope that wins the day. But either way, the pace of those games is much slower than sort of the Twitch platforming that you get in the DKC Core series. So either way, I think that... Oh, jeez. It'll be an easier prospect. Alright, so I've got this bonus level, so... see if I can survive the next bit. Okay, and Scraps has just reported to me that I do only need 1 Kong, so if I can keep Kitty alive to get to the coin, that should be okay. Just have to figure out where the coin is. Oh, and there's that bit. Whoa! None of that should have happened like it did. Oh, please get the coin, please get the coin. I don't know how I survived that, but I won't question it. Okay, that's it, that's it. And we saved the game. Oh, God. All right, let me go to Wrinkly immediately. All right. This is a little embarrassing, but that world just raked me over the coals. Or that stage, rather.
I'm always ready to help. Don't bother me when I'm exercising.
Good morning, Janelle. Back to KAOS Kore. There's still half a pot of coffee in there if you want some. I'm fine, thanks. Okay, Baffle's code room. Some domestic insight for you.
Hi there, kitty. How are you doing? My name's Baffle, the master of code. I've got a problem at the moment. I can't break a code I've been working on. Maybe I should reflect on it. Hint, hint.
Wait, does he have a ponytail? Does Baffle have a ponytail? What? I have never noticed that in all the years I've been playing this game. All right, let's do a little bit of the RPG stuff, the NPC trading. We know that there is a mirror that I think we can... Who did we trade it to? I'll go back to the stage and perhaps the folks in the chat can remind me. I know that we have to buy back the mirror from someone. Barter, probably. But I don't want to just go on a wild goose chase while you're all waiting there in the chat. Ah, Cameron Regal's in. Welcome, sir. Cave level. So those crumples are essentially the crushes of this game. Only Kitty can successfully kill them. I think we saw them before in a waterfall stage. The ghost barrel. So this is a new mechanic that can get pretty tricky as the stage progresses. This is what you'll run into a lot. The barrels themselves are not your enemy, but they will they will propel you into them. I remember this one being relatively easy, though. It's just a matter of getting the timing of the ghost barrels down. So I don't think we're in too much of a world of hurt. Okay. So I have the freedom to... Alright. For some reason I thought it was auto-firing me, but I was actually just hitting the button. Hello. Oh, come on now. There's a barrel up there. There is a barrel up there! Okay, maybe it comes into play later and it's just bad camera work. Try and roll through those when at all possible. See, this one's actually going in sequence, but they randomize at some time. What was that barrel? I don't want to miss a bonus. Maybe it was a DK barrel, and because I'm using toughest, the game didn't know what to do. Like it wasn't fully on screen. Here we go. Well, we certainly need both Kongs for this one, so I'm glad I've still got them. Alright, someone's telling me that barrel is not important, so I won't worry about it too much. Why am I using Dixie for this? You want someone with a bigger hitbox. Damn. See if I can just do it this way. I care not for your barrel mechanic. And was this where I came up? Yes. Okay, good. I'm going to use Dixie for these bits because not only does she have a smaller hitbox, I think she's a little bit faster when it comes to rolling through those moments, so... One thing that I'm very glad they kept from Donkey Kong Country 2 is the... Ooh, that could have killed Dixie. I was fortunate there. I don't know if I should point this out or not, but see these two, the ground that I'm standing on right there? I always thought that these looked like a giant ass with a wart on one cheek. And it might be the kind of thing that I should apologize for because you may never be able to unsee it. Oh, damn, I needed the, I really needed one of those barrels to get up there. Oh, hey, hello. Hi there. Come and join the jamboree. Oh man, Scraps is really helping me out in the chat room. Don't avoid Squitter. As we all know, Squitter is the best animal buddy, objectively. There's no opinion entering into this. I remember this one. Oh, this is particularly annoying. I got lucky there that none of my webs were like the rapid disappear ones. Although, you know what? I don't know if those appear in this game as often as they do in the second. Alright, let's just go the safer route. Okay, they certainly do. You can tell right now. They're disappearing almost instantly. What? What was that? Ah! Alright, we'll get back to it. That was strange. I was unable to die there. In that bottom corner. That might bear further investigation someday. Apologies for that one. I was paying attention to the two buzzes. What is It's like I'm not able to see the edge of the platform ends before I would expect it to. Thankfully, this is a very easy bonus level to repeat, and I'm only losing maybe 10 seconds per attempt, so I'm not going to be too bothered about it. Oh, yeah, that was a little bit too big of a gap. This is a tough one. Are we having fun yet? Welcome to the Forum Watch, DK Vine's own topic review, hosted by Scrap69 and some other members who I can't remember. For more just you. Whatever suits you. Maybe. There we go. Much easier than I was making it out to be. Alright, back to actually using Squitter effectively. Or not, as he's dead. But let's try and save one of these guys, because previously they proved useful, so... Or actually, they proved necessary for our purposes. Oh, maybe just for this moment. Alright, Dixie will help us out with this tremendously. Well, I was worried that if I tried to use her ponytail twirl, that it would basically that it would be just fast enough for me to completely screw over myself. So I think I remember this one. Ah, clever. All right. Really? There's nothing there? I feel like it's going to be on a 20-second cycle, and as soon as I walk in there, boom. All right, not going to worry about that. It'll slow me down too much. Okay, I'm just doing that so I can be holding the run button. Is there anything down there? Did I get both bonuses? Okay, I can okay. Scrap's telling me I can suicide run it, so I take that as a yes. Ah, Scraps, you are an excellent wingman. Alright, so what did we decide about the mirror? Barter? Yep. Just scroll back in the chat. Everyone is yelling barter. And where was Barter's swap shop? Was this it? Indeed it was.
Hey, Cogs, do you want your mirror back?
Well, it is mine.
Well, if you want it back, then it's gonna cost you. That's right, 10 coins. Get me pictures of Spider-Man. Well, okay then. I was getting bored of being so neat and tidy.
So is he only able to tidy up his shop based on what he sees in the reflection of that mirror? Maybe tidying himself, but you could see all of your body except for your face. All right, whatever. KAOS Kore. Back to Baffle. By the way, this map screen with the two little eyes, or two little stones in the water and the trunk of the two stones in the water and the waterfall, I always thought were eyes in a trunk. I thought that they were trying to make an elephant's face out of this map screen, but I think that's just coincidence. Same as the chimpanzee on the first little island that has Lake Orangutanga and Crumwood Forest.
Is that a mirror you've got there? Could I have it to solve my code?
It's a picture frame.
Well, that's a shame. It might have been the answer to my problems.
By the way, if his problems, spoiler alert, but he's going to tell us to swim a figure 8 around those rocks, he should be able to solve that without the mirror. 8s are symmetrical.
Perhaps I'm looking at this the wrong way around. Hey, look at this. It's a riddle written backwards.
Oh, okay, Da Vinci thing.
It says, to open the gate at the 2 stones make 8. Well, what do you reckon that means? Can you figure this one out, Conks? Note that I pronounced figure with air quotes despite the lack of movement from my hands.
Okay. All you banana bird collectors out there, get ready for sewer stockpile. Delicious. Blue, green, red, yellow, green, green, yellow, red. Blue, green, red, yellow, green, green, yellow, red? Yes. Alright, once we get the gyrocopter, I will definitely need all of your help on these. Those last few ones are extraordinarily tough. Lightning Lookout. This is a favorite stage of mine. I love the mechanic that they introduce here. Obviously, it's darker, which is a nice use of palette swapping, but it's really cool that basically the baddies here are acting as a shield, but only so long. It also gives the knickknacks a really cool use. And it makes Dixie one of the more useful characters to play as in this stage, because she holds them above her head. And I believe the lightning leads you a bit. And actually, I just want to get rid of this one. So one thing you do not want to do is be in the water when the lightning strikes. It will, as it does in real life, you will essentially become electrocuted. Oh, that was unfortunate. I think I need to kill myself. Okay, let's be a little more careful about how we do this. So it does lead you, but not so much that you can't just power through and still avoid them, which is nice. Of course, you have to pay attention to the top of the screen at all times. Oh, damnation. This is a tough one. Okay, if I get down to 1 life, I'm going to go back and save at Wrinkly's. Alright, let's get it. We got this, we got this. I feel like I'm overthinking it. I'm getting tripped up by... Okay, good. This is one where you have to keep moving. You are forced to keep moving. I don't think this was Bash the Baddies, was it? Oh shit, it was. Oh! I thought that was just find the coin. Could have been bad. Whew. Okay, see, that's what you don't want to be doing. Oh, come on, I had that. And that guy is important, I think. I think he drops... Yep. I had to do it. I had to do it. But let's go save. Damn, we were right by Wrinkly as well. And hey, if I do get a game over, at least you get to see the game over screen, which I don't think, come on, which I don't think I ever got to show off on DKC2. Certainly did on the first one, though. Yeah, it's clear where I've spent most of my gaming time. Oh god, we're at 3 hours and 50 minutes. I have an hour and 10 to get through the rest of this world and all of Krematoa. An hour 10 of gameplay time. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be really tight. Tight, 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 tight. Okay. So we've got the first bonus. Yeah, I think if you just keep moving, you'll be okay. It seems to be working out so far. Aww. Are you kidding me? Alright. Scraps is telling me there's no way I'm going to make it in 5 hours. Ever the optimist. Well, that was terrible. I don't know if I need both Kongs, though. Hey, about that game over screen. Oh, what? Oh, I must have gotten an extra life through the bananas. Excuse me? Oh, come on. I feel like I was cheated out of that one. Dixie hates playing with an abacus. Something neat to point out on the game over screen, by the way, that, oh, I should have been able to play the notes on there. Usually it doesn't reset like that. Okay, well, thankfully, it erased all of the time that I had spent since last saving at Wrinkly's, so let's proceed on. Jeez. Man, my skills have severely atrophied. I don't remember it being this tough. Nice to see the river archetype come back, by the way. It's one of those that by this point you might think that the game had long abandoned, but it's great to see. I wonder if this bonus level had lightning at some point, and then they realized it was just either too random or too difficult to expect. Oh, so I guess since we already got it, it saved that progress. Interesting. Ooh, I probably should not have survived that, but I'll take it. Come on, booty bird. Give me that booty. I will take that as well. If we need Kitty, that's fine, but at least, or if we need Dixie, I'll just restart. But you know, that was giving us a lot more trouble than it probably should have. See, the lightning was striking on the barrel. There was really nothing for me to do. Oh, man. Okay. Alright. Scrap's advising to keep Dixie alive on this stage, so use Kitty as the sacrificial lamb. Which is good, as Kitty is the more fluid character. He comes out of roles more cleanly than Dixie does. So, if given the choice on a stage where I have to keep moving, Kitty's the obvious. Oh, I thought I could bounce off of it. Damn. Okay, well, let's keep Dixie alive. And we don't need to worry about this whatsoever. I don't know if you noticed, but when I got to that section on the last run, when I actually did get the coin, oh shit, the red buzz was out of sequence with the booty bird, which I'd never really seen before. So I potentially could have let the lightning do the job. Alright, I'll take this as an extra hit, just in case. Well, so much for that. Bananas. Okay, we got this. So yeah, it does lead you, so I can, if I'm running really quickly, I can trick the lightning into thinking I'm going somewhere I'm not if I immediately about face. Alright, good. Now it's a suicide run, Scraps put it. Literally in this case. All right. Well, I've gotten pretty good at this first stretch of the stage. And I'll be taking those, thank you. Oh, it's okay. Suicide run. Now, come on. Is the lightning getting faster at this point? I feel like it might be, but maybe that's just panic setting in. Whoa. Bit of slowdown there. Oh, no. Whew, okay. Done. Oh, man. Sorry I got so quiet there for a moment. I feel like it was necessary. I hope you agree. Jeez, and you know what? I was remembering... Oh, hey, a rare line of Dixie dialogue. I'm sure she won't mind if I save my game. I wonder if you can get that same line with Kitty in there. By the way, Scraps, I question your faith because technically that stage, you know, when we resumed, I was at 3 hours 50 minutes. Now I'm at 3:52. It only counts the gameplay. I might be able to get it. Yeah, I wonder if we actually get to see Kitty speaking. So yeah, Coindozer Clamber. That's the one that I was worried about when thinking back on this world. So let's hope it doesn't give me as much trouble as the earlier one. I just remember this one has kind of some dodgy platforms because it's, you know, obviously you can only stand on top of the coin dozers when they're at a particular frame in their up and over animation cycle. So it can get a little imprecise at times, especially when they start pushing you off the edge and you're not quite sure where the platform ends. But I'm very happy that we're not tangling with those ropes anymore. That is not worth it. Okay. Yeah, Dixie is extremely valuable in this one, although I think I might have needed... I don't know if... That, that was stupid. Alright, Scrap's telling me that I'm misremembering. God, he's just an absolute expert on this title. Alright, let's be Dixie. Yeah, this is a fun stage, I will say. It's a little frustrating at times, but I like that. I like the sense of momentum to it that you're constantly being chased by these coin dozers. But like some of these bits, without Kitty, you have to land on the platform, and then jump on top of, or without Dixie rather, as Kitty, you have to land on the platform and then jump on top of them, and it's very difficult. Bazooka. That was annoying. There's got to be something around here. There it is. I knew it. Yeah, there was something fishy around this section. Glad I spotted it without moving on. There was a bit of a delay between about a 14-15 second delay between the between what I'm seeing and what the Twitch stream is seeing. So I was worried that Scraps would just be screaming at me if I passed by something important. Now, this also looks somewhat important. Maybe it's not, but... Oh, that's definitely not important. God, the risk to reward is sometimes wildly off base in this game. I mean, of course we're nitpicking here because we're talking about a spectacular Donkey Kong Country 3 title, but, you know, I think it's fair to compare it to the rest of the series proper, as opposed to just video games in general, in which, of course, this game is top of its class. Just not the top, because Donkey Kong Country 2 exists. Oh, this'll be fun. God, you really have to get over there. Okay. Alright, that's the N, I believe. You don't need to put the N out of reach. It's not that important. Ah. But that certainly is. Oh god, the RNG is screwing me here. Come on! Oh god. Thankfully, I think that they do calibrate the time so that if you get the worst RNG, it's going to be a little tighter than it otherwise would be, but you can do it. It's just kind of annoying when you have to resort to that. Ah, now this was an interesting one. I remember this. Oh, well. Damn. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't think that was entirely fair. I feel like I would have been safe when standing on top of the coin. Alright, but so far this level doesn't seem to be giving me as much trouble as I remembered, so perhaps I can get back to that point pretty easily. What I really struggle with are the occasions when Dixie is like gliding in and they start running at you before you even land on the platform. Then it's really difficult to tell when you're directly above them. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. I try and make a point on each stream to point out the music in this game done by Evelyn Novakovic, then Evelyn Fisher. That's how she's credited in the game. It's really spectacular. I feel like she accidentally, or just by virtue of how the game was constructed, the weakest tracks in the soundtrack were used on some of the earliest stages, and the difficulty does ramp up significantly. So a lot of times, I feel like the audience doesn't have a chance to really enjoy the best of what DKC's soundtrack has to offer. But there is a lot that it offers. It does something different than what David Wise did with the rest of the series. Okay, so we're back here. I'm just gonna go for it, and I believe. Well, Alright, let's save our game. I believe there's a switch that converts those into kegs, as we've seen in Mechanos earlier. I'm at 403. I think I've got it. Avenor and Malik and DKC64 have all showed up. Welcome to the stream. For those of you just joining, yeah, I'm playing on toughest mode, which removes continue barrels and decay barrels, so every time I screw up, it's effectively a start from the beginning, but the nice side effect is I'm getting extremely adept at these early sections of each stage. Especially with Dixie. So I think the mistake I made was that I was holding, I hate how he makes you jump. Every time he fires, you jump, and then you can't jump when you need to. Glad I saved, because we'll surely be getting a game over in a moment. Yeah. So at any rate, I was saying, yeah, harder and toughest, or the toughest cheat rather, removes the DK barrels and the continue barrels. Like that. What the? I'm not pressing jump, by the way. That's extremely frustrating. I wish that had been ironed out. So this guy, it's a neat little bit. You have to get him to run up the slight incline so that he can provide a proper platform to boost yourself up to the next little area. It's nice that they're experimenting with uses of the coin dozer in the middle of the stage. It's good. I feel like the... Whoa! That was... Alright, here we go. I hope that the pause time doesn't factor into the total. I wouldn't think the game would be so cruel, but we are talking about the Donkey Kong Country series after all. Another one of those moments where you need him to run up the hill for you. Good. Alright, I think we're all set. I chickened out. Where is it? Ah. And now we actually have to get past there. Okay, good, good. Alright, so I think that's it for the stage. We should be able to suicide it, as Scraps so elegantly put it. Okay, these ones, they kind of require you to actually land on the platform, so they are among the most difficult in the stage. And we're done. Whew! Scraps saying, pretty easy stage. Okay, still Dixie, with the line of dialogue. She's technically the Kong in charge here. Okay, yeah, we ate up some valuable time on that one. Alright, Poisonous Pipeline. Ah, I think this is the one that makes you... It reverses your controls, if I'm not mistaken. Alright. So, Scraps giving me a little spoiler alert. Yeah, so every time I'm in the water, my controls are reversed, so it might look deceivingly easy. Because when you jump back out, everything is back to normal. So there's a bonus level toward the beginning with On Guard. Scraps is reporting. Ugh, that's tough. That transition. Yeah, I felt like there should be something good up here, but that wasn't good enough to spend my time and energy on. Oh! I feel like that's going to be important. Yeah, Scraps, can you confirm whether the coin at the end requires you to have both Kongs? I think it does. Ah, come on. Let's just kill ourselves. Yeah, so DKC64 is asking if anyone else flipped their controller upside down as a kid when playing this. I can definitely report that I did that. Right now I'm trying to do it in my head because then all of the... If you keep it upside down, of course, the face buttons are just a complete mess. So I'm going to try not to resort to that. But it was helpful when you're just trying to keep the left-right straight. Oh no! What? Hang on. I can't see what's going on.
I don't have it.
What happened to Murray? Are you laying on?
No, it's right there.
Okay, for some reason my television just decided to switch inputs. Now I can't see what the hell's going on. Okay, I can see on my computer that I've just turned into on guard, so I can't input. Damn it! I can't do it from the game because there's a huge delay. Okay. Damn it! This is just a comedy of errors in the McCann household this morning. All right, I've probably already lost too much time on this bonus. And I lost a Kong, I think I saw. This is not going well. Okay, at least we got that. Okay, Scraps thinks we can use Kitty to kill Coin at the end, so I will try and keep the one Kong alive with On Guard. Although, considering the stage that's coming up, I don't think that's gonna... I don't think it's gonna play out as I would hope. I might get lucky, you never know. Really trying to avoid auto-stabbing the Lurchins. At least the game is recognizing that it should be a little easier given the crazy mechanic they're throwing at you, the reversed controls. Although I have a feeling that difficulty... We're just about getting to where the continue barrel would be, so I have a feeling that difficulty is going to ramp up. Oh. We actually needed the 1-up balloon for once. Ugh. Damn. Damn. Tip Top Kong asking me what controller I'm using. I'm using a Super Nintendo controller. It's actually a PAL controller given to me by my good friend Ozzy Ben Cosmina. So it's got the colored face buttons, which prove very useful in the Banana Bird sequences. But the device I'm playing on is a Retron 5. I'm not a fan of game emulation. I understand that it has its archival uses, but if I'm going to play a game for enjoyment or for something like this, I'm not going to use an emulator. That's not... Even though the game's no longer in print... Well, I guess technically it is. Yeah, it is in print now on the 3DS and the Wii U. So, yeah, I don't want to be, taking money away, not from the developers, because they're not seeing a penny, obviously, at Rare, but from at least the publisher. I try and be even-keeled about that kind of thing. So, the Retron 5 is a... Oh, that was dumb. The Retron 5 is a device that lets you... It is emulation software, but it's in a physical form factor, and the only way to run the emulation is by having a physical cartridge of the game you want to play, and it dumps it to system memory, and it also has inputs for all of the original system... all of the original system controllers. So, yeah, I highly recommend checking out that device. It's got Super Nintendo, NES, a bunch of Sega systems, Game Boy and Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. So it's really nice. I'm going to be using it for most of my retro game streaming, apart from Retro Studio games themselves. Yeah, I know that On Guard could help us out a bit, but we've already... I don't want to spend any unnecessary time on him, so yeah, I'm going to try and brave this with just the Kongs. feel like this bit's a little easier with the Kongs, actually. Sometimes on-guard stabbing can get me in trouble. So that's right. The green Cocos just go in one direction, whereas the red ones turn around. Is that how it works? I think it is. Damn. Gotta wait for these guys to come back. Whew. Scraps is doing some proper taunting. Well done, sir. I didn't realize that I was in the presence of a Donkey Kong Country 3 world-class expert, so I apologize, Scraps. This must be horribly frustrating for you to watch. Okay, these are easier to do from below. Hey, lads! That second Coco tripped me up. And I believe there's something good over here, so... Yeah, they wouldn't... Yep, there wouldn't be that much strife to get to it if it wasn't good. But yeah, Scraps was saying earlier that he thinks we can get the bonus with Kitty, or the coin rather. Might not be able to get it with Dixie though, so... Damn. I hate this. Alright. Oh, I remember this one. Yeah, that is a weird throw. Oh, thank God. Oh, Avenor had a question. Do I practice before, or is this just a normal playthrough? This is a normal playthrough. If I were practicing, I should be embarrassed. Yeah, I mean, obviously I've played these games probably dozens of times in the last 20 years, but yeah, it's been a while. So, and Donkey Kong Country 3 is much hazier in my memory than some of the others. Yeah, Scraps, I think you're right. I think 5 hours. I don't think I'm going to make the 5 hours. We may not be seeing the immortal monkey cranky statue. Ah, that sucks. But here we go. Castle Chaos. I'm going to try and keep both Kongs alive so that we can actually see all 4 playable series Kongs.
Click Kong's enemies. This time Chaos will be victorious.
I remember Chaos being K. Rool eventually being a fairly straightforward boss. The electricity is a little tricky, but typically if I can keep Dixie alive, it should be okay. Come on, come on. Oh, that's right, I remember this. The barrel. Okay, see, it's been ages. What's that behind the curtain? Don't want to be cornered. Yeah, never quite knew what this was supposed to be. Oh, I meant to throw that up. That was my mistake. Alright, and that's the end of Chaos. Kitty's trying to flee. Oh, hey, it's giving us a DK barrel. I wonder if it actually would.
Oh no! What have you done? My wife's going to kill me! I used all her best pots and pans to make him. And then you just cast him aside as if he were a stack of empty tins!
I thought that's what he was.
What? How dare you! Chaos was my ticket to world domination! And I'd have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids!
I guess it just isn't your news.
Well, you may have roasted my robot, but I'm the master chef around here, and I reckon it's about time your goose was cooked! Blah, 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 blah.
Damn. I feel like I'm not giving myself enough time to get behind him. There we go. I can't remember if you can go under him when he's flying or not, so I really don't want to risk it. Oh. Oh, no! Oh, that's unfortunate. Yep, I could have easily just done that. Ah, son of a bitch. Alright. Oh! Well, they're both having a bad time in that electricity. Alright. Oh, interesting. So, one sec. Oh, that was bad. Alright, let me just kill Dixie real quick. I was trying to respond to something Chris Alcock pointed out in the chat. That K. Rool doesn't seem to be... Did I save? Did I save the game? Did I save the game? Please, please. I feel like I did. Oh, thank God, yeah. Alright. Oh man, that could have been bad. So, do you all like Poisonous Pipeline? Alright, yes, yes, yes. You're very intimidating, Chaos. All the best pots and pans. Oh, come on. Kitty really is the best at throwing in this boss fight. When you need height, Kitty's the way to go. Yeah, K. Rool's chest plate. I think I got cut off a second ago. K. Rool's not wearing his gold chest plate, but I think, did we ever confirm whether that was meant to be armor or if it was just if it's actually part of his body? I think Steve Mails, who designed K. Rool, said that it was armor on Twitter a while back. So that would be consistent with that. But he should also have some kind of chest something or other, because in his Payon design, it's not gold. But yeah, it looks green there.
My wife's going to kill me!
Yada, yada, yada. Okay, now that we know that we can do that, this should be a bit easier, I think. Ah! That keeps tripping me up. So getting to see all 4 Kongs on the same screen at once would have been a bonus, but I'm not going to kill myself over it. Chances are K. Rool will do plenty of that for me. Or that will. Yeah, I need to take better advantage of the time when he's pausing, but I keep getting paranoid that he's going to lower down into me at any given moment. Thankfully, it lets us skip the chaos sequence. Ah, that must be why that, Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh! Oh, God. The ground is safer. What a world. In between these electric nodes. Alright, so now we need to stay in the sky. Okay, and Dixie, I think, is our best bet here. Although she definitely does not have Kitty's reach. Ah. Yeah, so I won't be getting Immortal Monkey on this save. Trying to learn my lesson about ducking. Ah. Preferably not falling into the electricity pit as I did earlier. Yeah, I used to like to try and pause it on K. Rool's skeleton. 4 fingers. And skeletal shoes. Okay, yes, that's right. All right. I hope I don't have to do that twice. But of course. And he's sped up. Thanks, game. So there will be a moment where, yeah, that thing down below will turn on and off, and it will actually destroy the barrels if I can't go down and get them quick enough. Like that. couple more of those, I think. What? I'll wait for it. This might be it? I don't remember what else there is. Oh, maybe just one more. Uh-huh. I suppose that's it.
Whoa, what happened? What happened? 1 minute I was dreaming.
I'm going from
Okay. About the world's biggest pile of bananas. And the next I was a power-crazed madman. Okay.
Hey, don't worry, Donkey. Thanks to Dixie, it's over. I'm impressed. I want to go race go-karts.
I bet even Cranky would be after that performance.
No, not really. Right, you go this way, kitty, and I'll go that way.
Oh, my voice is cracking.
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would ya?
Let's enjoy the character parade, shall we? Kremling Creeps. So how's the chat room doing? I like, by the way, that they used a kind of a photo album thing for the character parade. It differentiates it from the first two games, and it's nice. Jeff showed up. Welcome to the chat, Mr. Jeff86. I like how they decided to use the different archetypes for each baddie. It's kind of like they gave them their own little scene for every single one of them. Like, I don't know that we even saw a Crumple up in the on the cliffs, but it's really nice that they saw fit to mix them up like that. Also cool that sometimes the frames that they chose to capture for them are the ones where the baddie is actually turning. So, usually those are only on screen for a fraction of a second, but they are fully rendered frames of animation. So it's cool that they can highlight some of those through this character photo album. Coin. Cuff and Clout were kind of underutilized in the game, although there is a stage in Krematoa that I think they shine on. They basically get their own dedicated stage, so yeah, maybe I'll roll that statement back a bit. And again, much like the bristles that were rolling in one of those KAOS Kore stages, like right here, both the bristles and the Nid, they kind of get dual behavior. Either they are walking around on the floor, or in the not Nids. These are Nids. I meant the knickknacks. The knickknacks could be flying, and they can serve as bounceable aerial platforms, or you could pick them up and throw them. The bristles can actually be defeated by rolling into them if they're normal, but otherwise they're invulnerable when they're rolling themselves. It's nice to get a little bit of you don't have these unitasker baddies. Flying fiends. We've got to take care of that horrible flying fiend, Robin. Ah, and Swoopy. So I think there was only one appearance of Swoopy in the game so far. So it's, I think when I first played through this in '96, I was kind of confused. Who the hell is Swoopy? Because I hadn't got to Krematoa yet, where Swoopy has his dedicated salvo. So these guys are classified as aquatic attackers, but with very few exceptions, I think they're just living their lives, and they happen to be dangerous and in our way. I don't think the Cocos and Lurchins are doing any attacking. Now this guy, on the other hand... And he's even helpful. Good old Gleam and Bream. Never met a palette swap I didn't like. Ah, and all the bosses got their own dedicated renders, so that's nice. The several of these were on the old RareWire website back in the 90s. And once I got my hands on the Donkey Kong Country 3 Player's Guide, they had kind of high-res versions of these, so I really enjoyed getting to finally see Bleak, for example, in fully rendered glory. Barbos too, is as kind of terrible as that boss fight is. Barbos is a really interestingly designed character. Ah, another cutscene. Does he have a bolt on his neck? Like a Frankenstein? This monster? I think he does. Sorry, I just got distracted by the chat room. Ah, the Brothers Bear.
Which brothers Bears must? Which brothers Bears must? Which brothers Bears must? Which brothers Bears? Which brothers Bears? Which brothers Bears? The best of the brothers Bears. Which brothers Bears?
I want to hear from the chat room. Which Brothers Bear is best? Is it Bramble? Or perhaps Bellamy? Barter, Benny, Bjorn, come on! Poor Benny and Bjorn couldn't get their own dedicated render. They're individual people with individual personalities. And by the way, most people haven't met Boomer yet, so that was another kind of strange one. Yeah, Funky Kong! Nice seeing the Kongs get, in addition to the baddies, the Kongs are definitely in kind of mixed up scenery. Swanky's still stuck in the barrel, though. And the bottom is about to fall out from under him. The Kongs just really love this mill, I guess. Another lovely little cutscene. Kind of reminds me of in the first DKC when Donkey and Diddy have their little feud. I love that animation of him waving. This used to freak me out, the speed at which Dixie fell. That's terrifying. Now, how about some proper credits? So a lot of these folks, I think that the DKC 3 team eventually went on to work on Cameo. I may be off on that, but I think, Chris Alcock's in the chat. He's one of the few remaining folks at Rare that worked on Cameo. These might be a lot of the people that he wound up working with on that title. I could be totally off base, though. Additional music by David Wise. I wonder if that was to do with some of the tunes that were remixed, or I really wonder what Dave Wise's actual contributions were to this game. Michael Kalbau, who went on to become the CEO of Retro Studios, or director, studio head. The Bughouse 9, I wonder what that is. It's like when the treehouse is busy, they go to the Bughouse 9. Kev is telling me that David Wise did the bonus stage theme. Some stampers, Greg Males, Chris Sutherland. So they're giving special thanks to the DKC and DKC2 team, essentially. Pretty cool way for them to do the credits here. I always liked this. Colored. Produced by Rare. Usually they say developed by. Produced. Okay, yeah, that works. Oh God! I'm so sorry. I thought I scrubbed that off the save file, but it preserves the memory. All right. Well, let's hope we can knock a few of these out of the ranking when we get to Krematoa next week. Right now, we're a Cool Kong. That's my co-op file with Janelle. Oh, man. So, anyway. This has been Involuntary Twitching. I will see you guys next Sunday when we finish out the game. By the way, I'm going to be promoting it later in the week. No Name's asking how old I was. Oh, what do you think, Janelle? 28? Something like that. When I made that file. Join us next Sunday. And we're going to not only be finishing up Donkey Kong Country 3 finally, and probably to Scraps' prediction, will not be getting Immortal Monkey. I think I'm going to be slightly over the 5-hour mark, unfortunately. But not only will we be finishing DKC 3, I'm going to be announcing the game that I'll be playing next. I'll be promoting that on Twitter and on the DK Vine forum at dkvine.com/forum. Currently, it's a dead heat between DK64 and Banjo-Tooie, but it's entirely up to the voting. If there's a tie, I'll be the executive tiebreaker. But I'm hoping for Banjo-Tooie. There's also plenty of opportunity for someone to come in and suggest a game that's not on the poll yet for an upset. We could even... Rare Replay as a collective is technically a DKU game, so maybe one of the titles on Rare Replay could sneak in there. Hashtag IDARB could be on there. Feel free to check out that thread on the forum. It's in general DKU discussion. Check out our Patreon as well, dkvine.com/Patreon. And yeah, thanks for tuning in or watching this on YouTube, and apologies for some of the technical difficulties that we faced. I'll try and slice those out so it's not too disruptive to the YouTube feed. Yeah, appreciate it. Have a great Sunday, everyone.